I get it though, because you have the Four of Swords as your underlying energy. And you have the Three of Swords at the heart of your reading. Let's look at these two together. So the Three of Swords comes first, right? What are the stories that you've been telling yourself? I know a lot of people look at this and think, oh, third party situations. Now, that doesn't have to be another person. You've got that Two of Pentacles at the beginning, can be juggling more than one thing. You know, you're trying to make sure home is running fine. You're trying to make sure work's great. You're trying to make sure your relationship's fine. And it can be too much. Now, this is a card of loss, of grief. Sometimes it can be triggers. You know, someone says or does something to us and we feel pain and we think they are the source of that pain, but they're not. We're focusing on the wrong thing because we're the ones that have been walking around with three swords in our heart. Something that person did, something about that situation, it just it kind of moves the sword and reminds us of the pain. And usually what we do is we focus on the external trigger, but we're the ones that have been walking around with the three swords. And that is the old stories, you know, our parents' relationships that we've been in, how we get treated at work, whatever those stories are. But the reason I'm holding this here, those three swords are out of his heart and they're up on the wall here. You guys have done the work. This is a week of pat on the back, guys. Whatever this was, you've removed it. Now, for some of you, that might be the question mark because you're thinking, hang on a second. I've gotten over this. I've dealt with this. Why is this layer of the onion coming up again, right? Don't think it is. I mean, with the Prince of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles coming up here, you guys have obviously put some work into this. You might have gone slowly. You might be dealing with an earth sign, you know, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but the signs don't own the cards. And I don't know who else got this. I don't know if it was Aries. I think it was Aries, but somebody else got this kind of energy too, where this is kind of very slow, making sure things are done properly energy coming up here, and it accelerates. I think they got the Eight of Wands. You got the King of Wands here. This is about going for it, really going for it. He's not going to rest. Now, I'm going to say this. Let's ignore the rest for a moment. Let's look at just these two cards. For some of you, yes, you've gone through this, but I'm telling you this. If you think, okay, well, that happened to me or that was, you know, whatever the story is, we all have a story that we tell ourselves. And I'm saying this to you with love and compassion. Yes, you went through some shit, no doubt. When the Three of Swords comes out, even the Four of Swords, I know there's been something here. The Four of Swords can be taking a break, taking a step back, not talking. You know, you're allowing your energy to, you're allowing yourself to recover. It's kind of what I talk about in the outro. And I get that, and that's crucial. But I think the healing might be done, guys. I mean, maybe that's why you were taking it slowly. But you know, when you've been on pause, it might be that you kind of like this kind of taking a step back, being on your own, just resting, recovering, healing in mind, body, and spirit. This could be time of work, time not talking to someone. General readings, energies can play out both ways. Whoever this is that I'm talking about, they did need the time off to rest and heal. No doubt. But this is a temporary break. And I kind of feel like it's being turned into a prolonged or extended break. And that's that Two of Pentacles that came up at the beginning as well, right? Focusing on the details, keeping the balance, you know, weighing up the pros and cons. And it's like, hang on a second, you can get back into the fray now. You're good. You've done all the work. You've been going baby steps. Great. You started this brilliantly. You're going to go for it now. And that's what this week is for you. You have the King of Wands coming up here. This is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. But I love this guy. It's my favorite King of Wands in any of the decks that I've ever seen. I love this guy. He's flamboyant. Look at him. You would just be mesmerized by him. You can't keep your eyes off him. He's very attractive, and that doesn't, you know, yes, he's charismatic. He draws people in with his charisma. But attractive also means being able to attract to yourself what it is that you want. And I feel like, have a look. He's spotted something that he wants and he's thinking about it. He looks like he's about to get up and go get it. You know, he's very confident. It's all about the energy that he puts out into the world. He's not going to hide away. He's not a wallflower. You know, he's there to be seen. No one dresses like that, not to be seen. He's making a statement. So if any of you have been kind of in hermit mode, because this is the minor arcana version of the hermit for me. Healing, recovering, whatever it is, temporary time off work, not dating, not talking to someone. Come out with a bang with the King of Wands there. Now, he is all about his confidence. And the thing is, we have confidence coming up again with the Magician. The thing with the King and Queen of Wands is they're like the celebrities. They're there to be seen. They're in the spotlight. They know what they have. They know who they are. You know, they're very physical beings. They're not afraid to act. Passionate, creative. And here, the magician or the alchemist here is saying, you have the knowledge to get what you want, guys. You have all the tools. And I think you've done all the healing, guys. With this kind of pain, you are very aware of what your triggers are. You've gone some way and working, like both of these cards say that. It's been slow, right? It's been going slowly. You've been dealing with this. Beautiful. You're going to use what you know now. And the example I always give whenever the magician card shows up is, you know, you can go in your kitchen and you can find like sugar, flour, butter, eggs in your pantry. And in your mind, like in your head, you have this recipe that your grandmother taught you. You know it. You know how to do it. So you have this recipe. But you don't actually have a cake, right? You have all the components needed to make the cake. And that's him. He has everything that he needs. You have everything that you need. But you need the confidence to combine all the ingredients. Go to take the steps of that recipe and then put it in the oven and bake it. Then you have a cake. That's why for me, this is always a card of confidence. It's the card for Mercury as well. Communication, channeling what you have, channeling the energy. You know, we always say as above, so below. But who makes it as above, so below? The magician does. He channels that energy. And this one, he's looking at a book, but usually has one finger pointed up and one to the ground. Can make it happen. The King of Wands makes it happen. You know, he doesn't wait for anyone to come in. That's the kings, right? Kings and queens, they don't wait. They don't allow people to decide stuff for them. They decide it themselves. So when I get cards like this, two cards that talk about confidence, obviously, I know that's where the kind of, that's the sticking point this week. And especially when the moon comes up. Now, the moon, it's a card of illusion, confusion. We don't know what's out there. We can't see clearly. Have a look. The moon, yes, is a full moon. It's bright, brilliant. But you look at the path and some of it's in shadow. And it's like, I don't know what's in that shadow. And you don't know what's in the shadows. But you do. Because what happens? We start telling ourselves there could be a wild animal there. There could be, you know, something dangerous. What the hell's going on in the shadows? That's our own fears and doubts that fill the shadow. So this is about looking at your fears and doubts. It is a card of illumination, but it's not about looking at what's revealed to you. It's about looking at what's not revealed to you. And that's where I think a lot of you are going back to this place where you have already pulled out those 3 swords. I mean, yeah, he's pulled out the 3 swords, but he has a 4th sword here. That's his sword of truth. You have everything that you need, guys. You're the King of Wands you're coming up as. And it's, or, you know, there's someone like this coming to your life and is making you question your confidence. They might be so confident that you're thinking, I don't know if I can match this person. That's the point of the moon. You're not going to know what's in the shadows unless you go explore what's in the shadows. Can you walk this path on faith? What you see is not what you get when the moon comes up. So it talks about intuition. Now, it says it's a card of no guarantees, right? There are no guarantees. Can you walk the path on faith? Why do you need faith? Because there aren't any guarantees. But I think for a while, because you've been trying to get to a stable place, you've been going on this. Things might have been predictable. As much as we say he's the slowest moving knight, he's slow because he makes sure each step is taken carefully. He knows where he's going. He knows what he's doing. Don't think you have that luxury at the moment. It's more about, can I go ahead? You know, can I put aside the fears and doubts? And the reason that this is coming up, because it's to do with some previous situation. That's what I'm getting. And I do feel like you've overcome it. You might not realize the extent to which you've overcome it. And I think this situation will show you that, hey, I'm not that person anymore. I don't walk around with 3 swords in my heart anymore. This can't really hurt me. I have my sword of truth. I'm just worried about what's in the shadows, right? Okay, let's pull you some oracle cards and see where else this goes. Confidence, 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 Gemini. Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. And that's the whole thing with the King of Wands. He acts on everything that he wants, every impulse, his passions, he goes for it. He's a king, you know, he has mastery over his suit. In his light, you know, in his highest vibration, in his lowest vibration, let's go there first. The lowest vibration of the King of Wands, which, you know, I don't usually see it with the kings, but that's pride, that's anger, that's lust, that's all of the passions run amok, right? But in his highest vibration, he's creative, he's very giving, he's very magnanimous, like he wants to give to everyone. That very Leo energy, like a Leo that's in their light, where they're so generous. And it is generosity. But I kind of get that might be the issue here, where you might want to express and do something for someone else. But it's like, hang on a second, I got hurt in the past. I got taken advantage of. I had ended up with 3 swords in my heart. Do I just take the easy path? I don't think that's an option anymore. That's the past now. Past. Or maybe you've been used to dealing with people like this that was slow and and this is someone who just is overwhelming, someone that you find very attractive, right? But it's about coming from where you are. And I feel like I keep saying this to everyone. To be fair, this is like the Justice card. And this is doing what's fair for everyone. If you have a look, it even looks like this, you know, scales here. Like in the Justice card. This can be apologies. This can be making amends in a situation. It may be, I mean, that might be where the fears are coming in. This could be someone who hurt you in the past and has come back now to apologize. Whether that's a friend, a lover, a colleague, whatever it is. You know, because with the Four of Swords, you might not want to speak to them. Or maybe you want to go and apologize to someone, right? I think Aquarius got the King of Wands as well in there. So you might be dealing with an Aquarius. But we're in Leo season. That is very Leo energy for me. And it's like, give them a fair hearing. Like, just hear them out. Hear them out. You will know what to do. Especially if you listen to your heart. If you don't come from a place of fears. Don't come from a place of doubts. Because you know our fears and our doubts, they are just there. They try to keep us safe. But you're not in any danger. You're ready to shine. You're ready to go forward confidently. You have the knowledge. You have the tools. What are you afraid of? And it feels like it's a fear of getting hurt, which is understandable. Nobody wants to get hurt, right? But you've removed those swords. You know, the triggers is not going to trigger you anymore. No matter what happens, it's not going to, because those 3 swords they're up on a wall now. They're not in your heart anymore. Dearest you, miracles never run out. Look back over your life and you will see so many moments of synchronicity when all the right people, the right place, the right opportunities, and the right time just showed up without any of your help. Think back to how you felt just before a miracle happened. You felt you were giving up, but it was more like a gentle surrender to whatever was about to happen. We want you to know that miracles are being concocted for you and you will never, ever run out of them. You just don't get to choose how they come, who will deliver them, when they will show up, and what they will do for you. All of that is our department. Spirit knows what is best for you and what wants to be expressed through you. You express, right? You are incredible and amazing and a magnet for miracles. This would be a good mantra for you today. We're on it. Relax. If you only knew how much you were loved. Sigh. And that's what I mean. If you just worry about expressing authentically, whatever this is, you be that King of Wands. You go forward confidently, saying what you know, using the tools that you have. Yes, the path ahead is in shadow, right? But I've kind of, with the 3 of Swords here, this is what's making you think this is waiting for you in the shadows. Those 3 swords don't even exist anymore, my lovelies.